Stangibelisco here. I just learned a very important lesson. I guess the moral of the story would be haste makes waste. Have you ever heard that? Oh, Trite scan's inside and it can't even hear me. If it's dinging, I can't even hear it. It may sound trite, but it's oh so true. Just the other day, I had an important document that I needed to send to someone, and I got a little bit rushed. I wanted to get that thing there quick, and so I took my only copy of that document. I had no complete digital copies. I had the pieces and parts of it in digital form, but I had no scan of it. I had no digital record of it. I just had a paper document that had some pretty important information on it, and it was my only copy. And it was after hours, but I had some priority mail envelopes laying around and some flat rate priority mail stamps that were of the right denomination. I knew they were. And so I just slapped a stamp on a priority mail envelope and hurled it into the nearest mailbox, figuring it'd get to my colleague in a couple of days. Well, there was just one little problem. If the contents of one of those flat rate priority mail envelopes exceeds a certain weight, I'm not sure what that is, 13 ounces or some such, then you can't just hurl it into a mailbox. You have to mail it at the post office and have the weight verified and have it, I don't know how I guess it's something to do with the Patriot Act, but it's important because something that weighs more than a certain amount might be a bomb or something dangerous, something too heavy. But if you certify that it's not in front of a postal worker, all is well and good, I guess. Well, it was, of course, as I said, after hours. I had the correct amount of postage, and I had the correct protocol and everything, except for the fact that the bloody thing was too heavy. And instead of getting to my friend or my colleague, it came back to some obscure post office somewhere in the black holes of Dakota Territory in some obscure town that I know the name of, but out of deference to the dignity of that town, I will not name the town. And they were kind enough to return that package to me. They called me and told me they had it, but it had been hung up because of an excessive amount of weight. I don't know how in the world exactly that happened or how it got out of my original town in the first place, but in any case, the thing did come back to me, and I did it correctly the second time around. But because I was in a hurry, instead of getting the package there in 2 days, it took something more like 7 days. I rushed, and I had to do it twice. Have you ever had that happen? It's so easy to avoid, and so easy to be tempted to try and circumvent it. But Murphy's Law knows no exception. If something can go wrong, it will. And it did. And you might also not want to forget Murphy's Law's sadistic Stangibelisco corollary. If something cannot go wrong, it will sooner or later. Oh, crud. Doesn't life sometimes just suck? Stangibelisco signing off. Until next time, so long.